Did David Schwartz just dump on XRP holders? We'll talk price at the end, along with Grayscale. Big news regarding their strategic reserve action. Trump said,
"I'm a dirty boy, and this is your warning."
And happy Friday, you made it to the weekend. Coast through the rest of this one if you get what I'm saying. Before we get into the big news, and we're going to talk Grayscale. Boobala is back with us. That's right, Boobala. Did he just dump on XRP holders? But we'll get your comments first. Why? Because you, the viewer, matter most. Joseph Smith says at 11:20 in the video, "This moment is why I subscribe to your channel. Give me the good and the bad. I want the full assessment." That's right. I bring you the news, good or bad, happy or sad. Happy mother Friday, everyone. Ooh, Gianna's hanging out with us. We're going to come back to hers, though. There's a special reason. Tyran Copeland says nothing good will happen with the XRP price. They've been pooping on us for 5 years now. I think it's going to be another pump and dump talking about the strategic reserve. We're going to get deets later today, so hit that notification bell so you don't miss out. Regilio, OG viewer and commenter hanging out. This is no. Keep up the singing makes my day. Well, alrighty then. Bitcoin sitting at 89,202. ETH is 2187. XRP at 250. We're going to talk XRP price because, look, strategic reserve. Is this going to be a boom or bust for us? By the way, look at ADA trying to hold on to the gains, but slipping deep in the red at 86.6, down 7.3% last 24 hours. BNB is leveled off at 600, and, well, the rest of the market is a little on the soft side. Could use a little Viagra, huh? Trump confused by strategic Bitcoin reserve. He just ordered it. It's not that he's confused. It's that there is a lot going on. So they're trying to throw a little bit negative fight at Trump. But I want you to see the story within this, okay? So look past the political BS and think of the story. At the signing ceremony for the strategic Bitcoin reserve, U.S. President Donald Trump seemed as confused about its impact as the rest of the market on the announcement, which came via a tweet from cryptodart David Sachs. Crypto prices globally tanked. Within an hour, the market cap shed $200 billion. We saw what happened with that, the pump and dump eroni, right? We saw that. But here's the tweet from Sachs. There's some issue. Listen to this. The U.S. will not sell any Bitcoin deposited into the reserve. It will be kept as a store of value. The reserve is like a digital Fort Knox for the cryptocurrency, often called digital gold. So this is interesting because we're getting like a hodl strategy, okay? And now, by the way, this is all linked in the description below. David Sachs, CryptoStar. So he's giving us a hodl strategy, okay? Also, we know that there's a whole bunch of crypto that the United States owns in a bunch of wallets. I shared the one with you yesterday where they had about, what, 19 billion in that wallet? So we're going to get more oomph on this, more action. And the thing is, we've got the 5, okay? Grayscale's got the 5 as well. And by the way, when it comes to the 5 assets, we've seen they've all done their own things. Sol pumped way differently than XRP. ADA jumped a bit, but then really came down a fair amount. The disclusion, right, of Charles. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So now let's swing it on over to Grayscale. Grayscale's got what, everyone? They've got this big-ass fund, okay? It's the GDLC, okay? This fund is the Grayscale Digital Large Cap Fund. And what do they own? Oh, they own BTC, ETH, XRP, SOL, and ADA. So an identical basket to the government's crypto reserves. And the coolest thing about this is you can track the performance of these 5 very easily by using this, right? Because they've got it all kind of figured out in here. So you have an easy metric to track the basket that was created by the executive order. And we'll be able to see with the details provided from this meeting in future meetings if that pushes this clump, this basket specifically, higher or lower. If it's a pump and dump, if it's a nothing taco. I heard you're tired of nothing burgers. I agree. We got to switch food, so now we got nothing fucking tacos. Again, happy Friday. Have some tequila for me, some margaritas. I can't because I've got a race in a week. If all goes well, I will be running 100 miles in 24 hours. So no boozy for this guy. So we can track it. Now, what's really cool about this is, remember that comment in the beginning I said I'd come back at? Well, Gianna emailed me and she was like, yo, Klaus, you got to read this shit. So I read it. I was like, oh, this is a really, really great metric. And I'm seriously super thankful for all of you, the viewers. That's why I bring your comments up in the beginning. Hot, spicy, naughty, relevant. Well, hers was very, very relevant. This is a great way for us to see the data. Now let's talk about Bubala. Did he just R. Kelly on us? Should someone take away this guy's mic and like tweeting privileges? All right, here you go. You ready? Ripple CTO says Ripple has the right to sell XP anytime. Cool. Okay. Just listen. Schwartz remarks came after Pierre Rochard, vice president of research at Riot Platforms, that's a Bitcoin miner, okay, warned that Ripple is not obligated to support XRP's value. Rochard argued that the company is free to sell its holdings without concern for investors, essentially thinking here that, hey, when they do the strategic reserve, Ripple could just up and gift them XRP, which would do what? It would dilute the market. If the U.S. is just going to hold on to this shit, and this is coming from like reserves of the billions and billions. We still have how many more billions and billions and billions and billions left to chew? You got to use this. We got to start doing something for retail. Rather than disputing this, Schwartz agreed 100% correct, he stated, emphasizing that Ripple acts in its interest, not of the token holders. Here's the tweet from Bubala. It's all linked down below. Remember my job. News, good, bad, happy, or sad. Take this dude's fucking mic away. 100%. Ripple can, will, and should act on its own interest. You should not expect Ripple to act in your interest to the detriment of its own interest and its shareholders. Basically saying, hey, look, it's not going to support XRP as a primary. It's going to support itself as a company and its private shareholders first. This is how he ties it in, okay? And I get what David's saying, but should he be saying this? Let me know down below. Hot takes. Naughty, spicy, relevant. Maybe you'll make it in the next video. David says this. If I hold a work from an early artist career, I might hope or expect the artist makes and promotes new works that might drive the demand and create markets for the early work and make me money. But the artist has no obligation to me, and works of art are not securities. Dude, your company is not a fucking artist. You released a product to the public that you're using to fund yourselves, your operation, to pay you all tons and tons and tons of money. Jeff McCaleb had tons of XRP, Garlinghouse, you got tons, there's so much out there. And y'all are making money on this. And who's really pumping up and down the price erroneous of the XRP? It's the retail market. So David, I get what you're saying, that XRP is deemed not a security. Very clever there, I agree with you. But yo, this isn't helping at all. Not at all. Here you go, listen to this. I'd also add that Ripple has been here for 14 years now. We have more XRP than we could possibly monetize in a short period of time. So there's no way to avoid us being here for quite a bit longer. There you go. They have so much freaking XRP that they can't even dump it all at once because it would just destroy the liquidity of the market. This guy just needs to shut the up, man. All right, let's talk crypto. Let's talk pricing and markets. Volume, 24 hours, it's up a little bit. 127 billion. That's still juicy. Let's be real here. That's still juicy. Now, I expect the volume to go even more wonkers as we get the deets later today in the meeting. XRP sitting at 150 billion in volume, up 19% in the last 7 days. I like that. Overall volume is 8 billion for XRP, up 30%. So a lot of players are playing the basket what? The basket trade. All right, and like I said, we're going to track this stuff. XRP's had quite a bit of volatility. We were talking about 260 earlier in the day, dropping on well down below that 240 mark. So you're seeing some massive oscillations. These oscillations are benefiting these short-term swing traders because I don't think any of y'all were super excited to be like, oh, okay, 240 XRP, that's my buy zone. No, I think y'all out there watching, we've seen you can get XRP $222. You just got to wait for those couple times, right? Every month, every few weeks. This candlestick on this recent move took us down to a low of 237, the mez zone. We've bounced back a bit from there, hanging out at 250, but we're looking to see if we can claw our way back to the 260. Why is that 260 mark important? Because look, we tried, we went right through it, and that subsequent candlestick, which is 15 minutes later, took us from 258, right, as we were on our way down from that 260 mark, all the way down to a low of 240. That's like an 18-cent swing. That's a big, big swing right there. Think, just like 5 months ago, that would have been like, what, 40% of the XRP value lost? Thank God the price is a bit higher. So we're going to be paying attention to XRP movement. We're also going to be paying attention to case stuff. Why the Kraken case got thrown, so we know the Ripple case is going to be the big one next. All right, I'll share that with you as well, so hit the notification bell. In terms of my alerts, hey, look, are we going to get back above 265? Let me know on the high end. On the low end, well, you know exactly where we're at. I want to hear if we plunge through that 240 again. Because if we plunge through that 240 again, do we find that short-term relief? Or do we test even lower? A lot of this depends on how the market takes in the info from the crypto meeting later today. Electrolyte, salty lime. Yeah, I got a race in like a week, so I got to be really good and do all the hydration bullshit. But I just wanted to say thank you to Gianna. Thank you for the email. Thank you for the information. It's a really good way for us to track and utilize that data. I'm just watching the market here, and I guess like I'm people watching right now. Okay, so I'm in a mall, all right, and I'm on the 3rd floor, and I'm looking down, and I'm looking maybe at like the food court. Maybe there's a few shops over there, you know, and I'm just people watching, right? I'm hanging out up on the ledge like this. I'm like, oh, okay, and that's what I'm doing with the crypto market. I'm just watching Big's reactions to this, because we're seeing reactions on both sides of the fence. Peter Schiff is out there basically just poo-pooing all over the whole thing. Peter Schiff's a big gold guy, so it's kind of obvious that, you know, he's going to be anti-digital asset because it takes away from gold's store of value play, right? So watching these players, both sides, and watching both sides of the aisle as well, because we're seeing a lot of good crypto support come from the Democratic and Republican side, and that is great for us long term. Now, are both sides working together? No, of course not. We've seen that. Okay, government's not going to work together. Let's just be more divisive. Come on, it helps us out. Irony? No, not irony. Stupidity. It's about reactions right now. It's about how the market looks and interprets these meetings come out. And it's not just this meeting, it's the other ones. It's the ones that are come down from the subcommittees, the ones that start going over the regs and all that. They're all going to have interpretations from people because, to be honest with you, it's still a murky, messy, muddy, watered blob. I mean, David's out there saying, look, he's comparing XRP to artwork. Like, you fucking idiot. Like, seriously. Like, XRP's not artwork, is it? And that's how he's comparing it, saying, hey, look, we can do whatever we want with it. I mean, look, people are welcome to have their own opinions. You know mine. I want to know yours. Comment it down below. I do have a race coming up, so I really have to just put the warning out there that I'm going to start mentally getting ready for the race. So if I seem a little, not pissy, but maybe a little bit more like edged, I'm just trying to get ready. It's 100 miles in 24 hours if everything goes correctly. Weather, no idea yet. We're still like a few, like 8 days away right now. So weather, it could be anything right now. I'm not zoomed in on that. So far feeling pretty good. My bones are feeling pretty good. I got a couple niggles that I'm working through right now. Nothing too crazy. Nothing that heat, ice, and a little bit more mobility and recovery work can't do. 6 mile run to do today. Nice and easy. Nothing stupid. Couple strides they're thrown in. Probably at the end. Maybe even in the middle. I'll throw some in. And yeah, get race ready. But until the race, I got to keep bringing you the crypto news. And of course, what? Choo choo bitches.